What's up, guys? Here I'm showing you my homemade trading card game. It's a sci-fi trading card game, currently called 2248 for the year it is supposed to take place in. It'll probably change in the future when I produce more updates for this. So, let's get down to the basics here. I'm going to show you these cards. By the way, the rules are not by any means complete. Haven't play tested it yet at all. So, basically, for all you Magic players, the top right is what you could say casting cost is, but it's the cost to get the card into the battlefield. And there are several types of cards. There is equipment, creature, ship. In this case is like a resource card. Vehicles. And there are also science cards and second line cards and weapon cards. Now, second line cards means basically there's a front line. This is kind of an outline of how you set it up. You have a reinforcement place, which is where you can get cards later in the game to set them up. You have 5 cards on the front line, 5 cards on the second line. These won't be full at all times, but this is the max amount you can have. And front line is where all the fighting happens. Like, if a creature attacked, it couldn't attack in the second line. It could only attack to the front line unless there was a specified ability or there was nothing in the front line. Then graveyard, and then building cards, another type, and your resource cards. So, I'll get back to you with the rules at some other time. So here I have what I call a classic card. These are the classics right here. At least the first two. Got Ray Gun, and that's 1 titanium right there. I'm going to go through the resources as they come through. There are 3 types. So the first is titanium. For 1, equipment, equipped creature gets plus 10 attack. And Shock Trooper for 2 titanium. For all you wargamers who know my other channel, that'll look like a guy from Death Corps of Krieg. But anyway, moving on. Attack 20, defense 5, HP 25. Attack is how many points of damage it does when it attacks. Defense is like armor. If you attacked for 20 damage, this creature has 5 defense, so therefore 5 of that damage would just be blocked outright before it actually took damage. And you don't lose defense. It regenerates like HP and things. And HP is just health. Or in Magic, as people like to call it, toughness. Mining ship, this is for titanium. Basically, it generates 1 titanium every turn. And it does have defense and HP because you're able to destroy them like normal stuff. But you can't destroy it if you're only just attacking, because it's not on the front line, it's way back there. So it's treated as a second line ship for all intents and purposes. And I know you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Sorry, the explanation had to be brief, but I'm just showing you the cards. Got a ship, which basically is the equivalent of flying. Planet generates 3 titanium. Those are really good. Tank, Thunderfire tank. And I'm starting to do borders. Next resource, plutonium. And these are the green aliens called the Zerons. That's how it's pronounced. And got space fighters. This is a force field card. And equipment large basically means it doesn't go to a creature, this kind of equipment, but it takes up either 2 or 3 spaces, but more than 1. And it's kind of like a wall that you would put on your front line or your second line, and it'll probably protect all of your troops. So it's expensive, but very good. Toxic serum, weapon, SIP means stays in play, so it's treated like a science card. Think of science cards like enchantments in Magic, but in the sci-fi version. So, basically, this is like a permanent you'd put on a creature. It always gets that until you eliminate it. Another mining ship, troop carrier. Got a virus, which is a weapon. These are kind of like instants in Magic. This mining ship still have to put the HP and defense. Cyborg, AC Scout Walker, Nanobite armor. Got another planet for generating plutonium. Heavy commando. And there are 3 factions right now. There are the Imperials, which are most of the titanium things you see here, like the shock troopers, heavy commandos, Zeron aliens, and what I like to call hive creatures, which you will see soon. Yeah, artillery section, second line weapon, and anti-air means it can attack things like ships. It can attack ships, pretty much. Think of it like Reach in Magic. Zeron Mothership. Now, you can put this in the front line or the second line. Got a 65 attack, 25 defense, 75 HP, and if you use 1 plutonium, you can put 2 Zeron troopers onto the battlefield, presumably instead of using its attack ability. So that's like a really good card, because you get a 2-for-1 deal, as opposed to the normal cost, and basically Zeron troopers, you can almost spam them with this card. Nuclear warhead brings in the other thing, uranium. So there is titanium, plutonium, and uranium. Remove all opponent's creatures, they are killed. And this is the first set, by the way. I have 2 sets. And then these are titanium cards, which are just resources, because when you generate resources, it's like mana on Magic. It's only there for the turn. But there is a card called the Storage Vault, which is one of your building cards there, which I will probably have you have options for building cards. This is a good one because you can keep 5 of the resources you generate if you don't use them, put it in the storage vault, and use it in later turns. So that's pretty good. Research Center, you put 3 resources in to draw a card. That is what I'm saying right now. More plutonium, genetic mutation, radiation poisoning. Hopefully you read what that was. A lot of uranium cards, another planet, mining ship, nuclear power plant, you can generate 2 elements of any type. And then other cards, cybernetic mutation, equipment, and these are some pretty crazy cards right here. Wolf class Titan, 6 titanium, 3 uranium. Does attack 85, defense 35, HP 100. So that guy's going to be just crazy to take out. Not even 2 of those missile cards from HE rockets take them out. 50 damage isn't good enough. Zeron Space Cruiser for 5 plutonium, 2 uranium. And it's practically the same, just a little less defense, a little more attack, but it's for even less. Because the Zerons are all about flying and spamming troops. I don't know if it's overpowered. I'm trying to balance it. Once I playtest it, I'll get back to you on that. More of these. And that's the first set. And I'll come back with the second set later. Thank you for watching.